console? Which phone can you use for language? And then send out the live link for us to play the video.
So I was thinking that if you get two big ones, then you not good, then you will be out three.
Yes, and that's a low color. Microscopic inclusion.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Am I controlling the slides? How do I go to the... Hold on, I always think the problems with the... Hey. All right. Okay. So hello, everybody. Can we switch off the music? Yeah. Hello, the young and the old, the new and the not so new. I know that we have many people here today. Welcome the Zoom customers, and we have invited many of you to join us today so that we can reconnect again. I received many questions about lab-grown diamonds, many questions about V-Day gift, and many questions about customization. So please do this as interactive as possible. Just send me as many questions as you like. And today, as you know, we are giving out free gemstone to the one special you who asked me the most number of questions so that I don't have to talk to myself all the time. We have Chris here today. And Chris, yes, and I also have Lucas here today. Lucas,
Everyone.
hi. Yep.
Hello, everyone.
And
This is Lucas.
okay, so okay, wishing everybody a very early happy Chinese New Year. 恭喜发财. And that's why I'm dressed in orange today. Today what we will do is really to first talk about diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, customizations, gemstones, and then V-Day gifts. And all will be compressed within 1 hour. So, Chris, if you receive any questions at all, can you please highlight to me so that I wouldn't miss out anything? We have also a few of us on YouTube and a few of us on TikTok. So, hello, everybody. So, my name is Amanda. For those who don't know me, you hold on a second, okay? Sorry, because we have customers here, so then we are just all talking at the same time. Okay, so for those of you who don't know who I am, I actually have been talking about diamonds for 19 years now. Graduated from NUS. I did a postgraduate in gemology. So I grade diamonds, gemstones. I'm representing eClarity and BA.SG and the sample line today. eClarity was founded in year 2004, 2005. We were the first in Singapore to have a live diamond database. So diamonds are no longer something that the prices are hidden and all that. It was very transparent. We still have the live database on our website now on eclarity.com.sg. BA.SG was our first initiative in 2019 where we sell lab-grown diamonds on a very structured basis. There are more than 20,000 pieces of both natural and lab-grown diamonds all on eClarity. You will see that you get linked to BA.SG, but it's actually the same company. BA actually is, the A stands for my name. My name is Amanda, and B stands for my children's name, Bevan, Burton, and Brian, that representing the next generation diamonds. We have many questions coming in, right, Chris? Maybe you can just let us know a few.
What are the difference
difference between natural and lab-grown diamonds? Am I right? Okay, I'll definitely cover that, Matthew. Okay. All right. So just for those who are asking about Chinese New Year and V-Day gift, I always share with everybody, right? The main type of jewelry is earrings, pendant, ring, and bracelet. So you'll go along these four types of jewelry. Of course, we talk about cufflinks sometimes, anklets sometimes, but they are really more rare. So if you have bought rings already, you could think about earrings, bracelet, pendant as well. And it doesn't have to be diamonds, it can be of different gemstones too. So for example, Chris has shortlisted 10 items. Maybe just very quickly, the first pendant that you like to share.
Okay.
Just very quickly. Yeah.
So this one is
If you can take it out from the box. Yes.
Okay. So this is a pendant with so this one with a butterfly design is in rose color and also then with round diamonds. Okay, and its price is 952, and then with the B-Day discount is less how much? It's a so 952 then less 30%. So it's for today. You can purchase it for your
Calculator.
friends, your friends, or your loved ones. Okay.
Okay, as you
Yeah,
can
so
tell,
this one
Chris
you
is
can tell
very
the
nervous
yeah.
because this is the first time he's talking. So there's a rose gold I can tell, right? How many diamonds are there, Chris?
So the 15 round diamonds. Okay, total carat is 0.319 carat.
Okay,
Is in
so
that.
after discount, the price will be?
Okay, 9 by so this one is after discount is 666. Okay.
Okay, so you
Yes.
obviously that's a
Mm.
very special
Yeah.
pendant. I actually saw Chris shortlisting this and I thought it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So I wanted him to first show you this piece.
Mm.
Okay, all right. So I would like to go into diamonds first because I'm seeing a lot of questions on diamonds. And today the gemstones will be given to the one who asked the most number of questions. So please keep your questions coming in.
So
Yeah, maybe you
question.
can mute your
Okay.
because I'm hearing echo. Okay, all right. So you can see that there are 4 pictures here. One is natural diamonds. The second one is lab-grown diamond. The third one is diamond simulant. And the fourth one is colorless gemstone that looks like diamond. If I were to give a very quick analogy for people who have asked, like Matthew and a few of you here, right? Can you repeat the few questions that
Okay, so
that you
first,
received?
what are the difference? How to tell real diamonds?
Mm,
And also they ask what are the common gifts for B-Day?
mm.
And then I noticed this is some other diamond, but why does diamond bracelet seems more expensive than diamond necklace and earrings?
Okay, so let me just answer to the question about natural and lab-grown diamonds first. For example, I hear the word real diamond. So just want to correct that. Usually we call natural diamonds natural, or we call it mined diamonds. And then there's lab-grown diamonds that is, of course, grown in the lab. A very easy analogy for those of you who are interested to know. Natural diamonds are like babies, right? Lab-grown diamonds is IVF baby. Okay, so both of these diamonds have the same property, optical, chemical, and physical property. It's just that one is grown under the world, 90 to 120 kilometers below the earth, whereas lab-grown diamond is grown in a lab. There are many different ways to grow lab-grown diamonds. There are CVD method, high pressure, high temperature method. And there are people who ask me which methods are better. Just a very quick one. As long as it grow to, let's say, a D color VVS2 to you, then it shouldn't matter to you which methods it was grown. It's just like there are many ways to probably have IVF baby, but as long as it's healthy, the method that is adopted is a question or a research topic that the hospital needs to know. So as a manufacturer, we do have to investigate which methods are more advanced and develop more. But it is important to you that eventually what kind of grades are you receiving? Okay, all right. Yes. Chris, maybe you can carry on.
Yeah, so I also have received questions from Matthew. So how can one differentiate diamonds or crystals?
Sorry, I
Mm.
went because we have customers talking at the same time. So I'm just a bit so I was on the topic of how to differentiate them,
Yep.
isn't it?
Okay.
So when people ask that question, I always ask back the same question. Can you tell the difference between a baby and an IVF baby? So the only way to differentiate is really to check the medical report of the baby, because they are essentially the same with the same property. So it's impossible to differentiate from, let's say, even a gemologist. Of course, in a very advanced gemological study, the way to differentiate natural and lab-grown diamond is to check the type of minerals that are included in the diamonds. The reason is the minerals that can be found under the earth and the minerals that can be found in a lab, they are different. So that is how we could try to differentiate them. Now, I also heard from some of you that, sometimes when you go to YouTube and all that, you will see different videos telling you the ways to differentiate them. Please counter check the fact. You can always send to eClarity number. I will help to explain to you whether that is correct or not. Okay, so later on, what I will do is I will show you a few diamonds on the picture, on the video, and at the same time, we'll also be showing you through the camera, and you will see if you can tell the difference between natural and lab-grown diamond. Okay, now, very importantly, we need to differentiate these two from diamond simulants. Now, it's very interesting that I noticed that there are people selling diamond simulants and calling them lab-grown diamonds. So we have to understand that lab-grown can be diamonds, or it can be glass, it can be plastics, it can be other stone that has crystals that probably reflect in a similar manner, but they are actually not lab-grown diamonds. So it's very important to differentiate that, and we do have them on the picture later to show you. And lastly, we have colorless gemstones. Some of the gemstones that you may know, maybe I can ask some questions. What are some gemstones that you have seen? Like, what colors do you usually see? You probably see colors like, yes, like blue, thank you, like green, yes. And what do you call the green gemstone? Emerald, yes. And you also see the red one, which is called ruby, right? So these gemstones, gemstones are not limited to color, it can be colorless as well. And using my same analogy of baby, IVF baby, gemstone, I like to call them puppies because they have a life of its own, right? They are not lab grown, but they are actually having different physical and chemical and optical property. So that is colorless gemstone. Whereas when we talk about diamond simulant, is very much not real. So I call it like robots, right? But robots can be built in a way that it really resembles human, but it is actually not human. Okay, so Ration asks how to tell real diamonds. So when you say how to differentiate between diamonds and crystal, let us just show you later. Okay, let me just go to the next slide. Okay, I think finally we have a quiet e-clarity now because just now just many people were talking at the same time. I'm sorry if my sentence flow was not making sense because I was hearing at the same time. Okay, all right. So this is really a very technical picture. So you can see that I actually typed there that is baby, IVF baby, robot, and puppies. So this is just a very quick way for you to really understand the little differences between them. Okay, let me just show you. Okay, I think this slide is most important. I think it can answer to Matthew's question or Ration's question here. And we have a few more questions on YouTube as well. So just looking at this, you can try, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I will probably try to play the video. Can you tell the difference? There is natural diamond, a lab-grown diamond, a diamond simulant, which is a fake diamond, and a colorless gemstone here. So those of you who are watching now, can we have your answers, please? Brina, welcome. Did I pronounce your name correctly? And then I think we have Zixi, we have I think Hui Shen and Matthew is here, right? And then we have Suen. Yeah. So when you look at these four, can you tell which is which? Maybe you can type out your answers so that we can take a look together. Do you think 1, 2, 3, 4, which one do you think is natural diamond? Which one is lab grown? And which one is fake? And which one is what do you call it? Gemstone, colorless gemstone. Okay, I have the answers coming in. Thank you. Okay, interesting answers. Very interesting answers. Thank you for those of you who sent in the chat as well. Okay, so Ruishen, if you think 2 is natural, what do you think number 1, number 3, and number 4 is or are? Oh, sorry, you are Matthew. Okay, Matthew, what do you think 1, 3, 4 are? Okay. Now let me share with you the answers. So the first one is actually a diamond simulant, meaning diamond simulant is really a very nice way to say that it's not real diamond, right? So it could be a plastic, it could be a crystal, it could be a glass, a piece of glass. And the second one is a colorless gemstone. The third is lab-grown diamond, and the fourth is natural diamond. Okay, so how many of you could tell the answer? Please let me know. Brina say that the chat is disabled.
Okay.
Interesting, because we did receive some chats there. Are you able to type now, Brina?
Can try. Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, okay. Don't worry, Brina, I have the next question for you. So for the first one, just double check whether this is what that's in your mind as well, that the first is actually a diamond simulant, the second one is a colorless gemstone, third one is a lab-grown diamond, and finally, natural diamond is number 4. Okay, let me just move on. Chris, can you? Okay, all right. Now, very quickly, for those of you who probably, some of you who have bought diamond from me before, you would know 4Cs very well. So just to a very quick recap, color, clarity, cut, and carat. So color is basically like you judge water and honey drink. So I always say that D, E, F are like colorless water, and S to Z are like honey drink. So is it something that you need microscope to differentiate? No, you don't. You use your eye by comparison. You should be able to tell the difference between a DEF and the KLM color diamond, right? Now between D and E and F, yes, they are harder to tell. It's not something that, you can tell right away, even for myself. I always say that at an event, people would ask, what do you work as? I say I work as a gemologist. You have the whole table asking me, Amanda, what do you think of this color? What do you think of this clarity? I can't tell the color difference when they are too close because it needs to have very clear lighting, and I need to have like a comparison. So very often I would actually wear a diamond ring myself, maybe a G color. And when someone wants me to grade, I'll do a comparison upside down. So you turn the diamond upside down, and then you try to see the color difference and refer to a chart like that. right? So it's something that girls during lunchtime can also do the comparison, right? The second one is clarity. Very different from color. Clarity is not something that you can differentiate with your eyes. It is something that you need a microscope. So flawless means that there is no dot under the microscope, 10 power magnification. VVS, you will have one dot. VS, you would have two. SI, you will have three. And I, you have four. Now, I'm overly simplifying this because sometimes the dot can be at the center, it can be large, and this could affect the grading. But this is the gist of it, right? It's how obvious the inclusions are, and how the size and the position and all that. Okay, so if I talk to you like we are, family members and close friends, I always advise that we could go higher for color and we could go a little bit lower for clarity. So color, we could go DEFG, and clarity, we could go for VVS and VS, because that is when you maximize the budget spent on diamonds. Whereas where you reverse it, if you take KLM and flawless, the KLM will be obvious, that is yellow, but whereas the clarity will not be something that you could appreciate right away. So I'm just talking about maximizing the presentation of diamonds without a microscope. So this is the kind of advice I will usually give to a guy who say, Amanda, I have a budget, but my girlfriend won't marry me if unless I buy her a 2 carat or a 3 carat. So can you try to advise how to get a diamond that would maximize in terms of the presentation and the money spent, right? Now for card grade, it is very simply, I call it the BMI of the diamond. So you know what BMI is, right? So there are some diamonds that are cut in a very shallow shape, and some diamonds are overly narrow. So when they are too wide or too narrow, the diamond reflection will then be affected, and therefore in very personifying it, that means the BMI will not get a good grading. So when we want an excellent cut diamond, you will notice that whether it's the table, the girdle, the height, the angle will then be maximized to return with the optimal reflection back to the observer's eyes. All right, so that's for the cut grade. And I just send you a little tip here. We have heard of things like Hearts and Arrows, HCA score, branded cards. Now, these are different ways that different companies are probably giving you, trying to attract your attention. Again, if I say behind closed door, I would think that if you get a good triple excellent, maintain the diamond clean, because most of the time the sparkle is not really affected because you are not getting the best cut. Most of you are already getting the best cut when you get a triple excellent. But if you don't maintain it clean, like we have people who come back with the diamonds with, KFC oil stain and food remnants, so then your diamond will surely not sparkle as well as it should be. So I gift that to you. Take note of the 5th C, which is cleanliness. I think it's extremely important. And so that will be the cut grade. So now with regards to HCA score, I have some questions coming in about HCA score. You see, the cut grade is issued by gemologists in the lab. HCA score is given by mathematicians who use geometrical calculations and they come up with a grade. So that is something that I think could be respectable. So if you like something that is a subset of both, meaning excellent by GIA standard or ideal by IGI standard, and you would like to have an excellent grade by HCA, you could always request. I think Chris and team would then search for something that is a subset sorry, a cross set of each other, then you know, then you make sure that you have everything. Now, the thing about Hearts and Arrows and the rest of the scope that you receive, they are very much romantically attractive, right? Rather than scientific, or the many facets. But do take note of the many facets because um, um, GIA and IGI recognize that when it's 57 or 58 facets, that is when it's recognized and a cut grade is given. Whereas if there is more or less, it could be written that is unusual cut, so you don't get a cut grade on those reports, which I think is important to get a full cert rather than having an unusual or abnormal cut grade. So that one is just something that I would like to um, share with you, and you could let me know your thoughts, right? And lastly, carrot, I think is the easiest to answer. So what is carrot to you? So everyone will say it's the size, right? Let me see. Yes, yeah, but just want to share with you that actually carrot is a weight. 1 carrot is equals to 0.2 grams. But naturally, you know, if someone is 100 kg and someone else is 50 kg, the 100 kg will always look bigger than the 50 kg. So you know, the 1 carrot will then look bigger than the 0.5. Okay, I will just pause here a little bit to just answer to the few questions. Um, Matthew has many questions. Matthew, you're definitely the one who is sending the most number of questions so far. Yes, so I think Matthew asked very good questions. So I'm going to just share with all of you here. And Brina too. Brina, I saw your question on YouTube too. So let me just slowly answer to the few questions for a while. Are these 4Cs the standard across the industry? It is. So a quick answer, yes. So if you speak to anyone about diamonds and you use 4Cs to describe what you have gotten, it is standardized. It's just that different labs would sometimes call the 4Cs with slightly different terms. Now, they are quite standardized in the color, of course, carat and clarity, right? But with regards to the cut grade, it could be different. So some people call it ideal, some people call it excellent, the best grade, and I've heard things like perfect cut and all that. So and sometimes people would misunderstand, like they think that ideal is better than excellent. Now it doesn't work that way unless within the IGI system, ideal is better than excellent. But is IGI ideal better than GIA excellent? No. So the best grade in GIA is called excellent. So let's not compare the terms across two reports, right? And a very simple way to understand is, you know, let's say I am from University A. My best grade is distinction. You are from University B, and your best grade is called A star, right? And your second grade is distinction. Does that mean I am second grade? No, because in my university, distinction is the best grade. So that is how, you know, when we say whether it's standard, yes, it's standard to a large extent. But you know, it's very hard for us to really compare individual terms across the different labs. So just take note of that. And of course, whether a lab is reputable, trustworthy, whether they are consistent, you know, like for example, if I send a diamond to you today and send the same diamond to you 1 year later, would you be able to give me the same grade? Right? Or would you think that now it is another grade? Now, consistency is very important, and that's why we, in general, we don't recommend like in-house cert or you know, or cert that you have not heard of. So we usually go by GIA, IGI. I will share a little bit more about why IGI is very much mentioned these days after this lab grown, because you know, people tend to think that GIA is the first, and why are we mentioning IGI now? Okay, I will cover that later. And what is the most popular cut of diamond? Round. Okay, so when we say cut, I think maybe we're referring to the shape. Round is definitely most popular. Reason being, there are many reasons. So for those of us who can speak Mandarin, 圆圆满满, given now Chinese New Year is coming. So round has no corners. So it represents love, where it's very complete, and it has this symbolism of completeness and smoothness, right, in the love journey. Okay, that's of course not scientific, but let me share with you something scientific. For example, if you get a princess card, do you know what princess card is? So princess card is square diamond. So if Chris could show you, he will very quickly show you princess card. Now princess card is square, so it has corners. If you drop that from level 15 to ground floor, I'm just giving you the most bizarre situation if you drop it. Now the corners have a chance of breakage, right? So we know that diamond is the hardest substance on earth, but it's not one that you should let it drop from level 15 to ground floor. So maybe your round has a higher survival rate to drop from level 15 to ground floor, whereas your princess card could have a chip, right? Could have a chip because of the corners. Okay, so that's the second thing. I'm not saying that you will, but it's just possible. Have I seen it? I have people like after accidentally or after an argument, they throw the ring from level. The one who threw was a level 12. Chris, if you
Yeah.
remember. The diamond was perfectly fine, survived the fall. The diamond fell from the ring because the prong broke, but the diamond is still intact. But don't try at home, okay? Don't try at home. Okay, so that is the second reason. The third reason is brilliant cut. In a diamond cut evolution, you know how diamonds was not cut in brilliant method. It was cut, there's rose cut diamond and all that. And if you come to visit us at eClarity, we could show you the historical cut. Eventually nowadays, brilliant cut is most popular and is invented for round. Yeah, so Chris will be showing you princess cut right now. You can see on his screen that is called a princess cut.
Okay, so this is a
Right.
princess cut diamond. It's a princess
Yeah.
shape
You can
diamond.
pull the tag.
Yes.
Yes, the princess is square, right?
Mm.
So of course there are many different shapes. There are the ovals and all that, right? So okay, Matthew need to buy for the wife. Okay, very good. Matthew, you're like chatting with me. I love that very much. Please continue chatting with me. And the gemstone will almost be yours. Brina, you're ranking number 2, so please yeah. Can eClarity repair chip diamond? Oh, very good question, Matthew. So I've seen one chip diamond. Can it be repaired? Yes. So what we do is we recut it. So we recut it. There was a case, the couple put their rings on the floor because they just collected the key. So they did a spring clean, they cleaned the house and the furniture was coming in. So what they did was they forgot about the ring that was on the floor in the master bedroom. So the bed came and the bed went on top of the diamond ring that was on the floor, and they went and adjust the position and they heard the sound. They realized the ring was under the bed and the diamond therefore chipped. They came back to us. It was like a 1 point something carat diamond. We polished it and it went down to 0.99. So it is possible. It is possible to be repaired. Okay. Yes. Is there spot price for diamonds like gold? No. So diamond is not a commodity, right? Like gold, which is a commodity. A very learned question, right? So it is so that if you don't want to be overpriced, then you should buy from eClarity. Okay. There's the time where you need an eClarity banner behind me. Call number. The number is
9312220.
okay, 98331220. Yeah. So time has changed, right, Matthew and our fellow listeners. Time has changed. I think there were time when people really spend on diamonds without comparing, but now with website and all, prices are very transparent. So eClarity and BA actually have a range of diamonds. So we even say that they are, our team is confident enough to offer best price challenge. As long as you know how to compare apple to apple, which I would guide you to, in terms of how to read the report and all that, we can guide you to get the best value diamond. Yeah, okay. All right, so okay. Now there are deeper questions about diamonds. For example, fluorescence, if you like to know, please stop me here, but I wouldn't go too far on this. Basically, fluorescence is a study of diamond under UV light. So some diamonds glow in certain colors under UV. So you're like a UV detector, right? Where has UV? Very good. The sun, pub, right? Where you have the clubbing, the clubs, right? And some diamonds glow in blue. That's called blue fluorescence. Some diamonds glow in the most exotic one, maybe glow in red, or the one that is most undesirable will glow in yellow. But when I say undesirable, I just refer to the market, but it can be your own preference. In general, non-fluorescence are possibly the most desirable fluorescence level, meaning you have none. But if let's say you buy a K color diamond and you are worried that it looks a bit yellow, for people who like to buy natural diamonds, the price jump can be quite steep as you go into better color range. So let's say if you want a 3 carat, but you don't really want to pay the hundred of thousands, you may go to K color. Now then, sometimes fluorescence may help to lessen the yellow tinge in a diamond. All right, so this is just some little tips that I sometimes give to my Tai customers. Some of you could be my Tai customers. And this is the way that you could just balance off the color tinge. Now, with regards to girdle, table, and culet, I think it's just something that is a bit deeper. I would share with you if you come in and have a one-on-one with me. I can discuss with you. But all in all, these are all studies, part of the studies under card grade. So if you're buying one piece for yourself or for your loved one, I think we can, in general, trust the cut grade that is offered on the reports. Okay. Rina has a good question here. What kind of diamond has strong fluorescence? What kind of diamond? So it's a grading, right? It's a grading. It is actually, if you learn more about it, it is some radiation element that is grown inside the diamond that creates the fluorescence results. So you can always check. So you can always ask the sales in charge, or you can check on your report whether your diamond has fluorescence or not, if you want it or if you don't want it. Right? Okay, so actually I have known of a brand who sells all diamonds with blue fluorescence, calling it the blue diamond. Is it right to say that diamonds with blue fluorescence is blue diamond? Maybe not accurate a description, but it does make it sound very exotic and desirable. But just a market understanding, fluorescent is usually not seen as something highly desirable, but among all the colors, blue is probably the most pleasant color to have, right? Okay, are glowing diamond more valuable? No, Matthew, no. No, in general, no, unless it's a branding. Okay. Yes, and how very good question. So I think I'm sort of guided by your question now, because you are making me answer to deeper question and I like it very much. So do keep it coming. How is the resale value of diamond measured, given that one has the certification? You see, it's a question of demand and supply, I think. Long time ago, when you have a diamond, it's kind of hard for you to sell because you need to know where the demands are. These days, Carousel is okay. I wonder if the boss of Carousel is listening. But Carousel is a good platform. Just to share a bit more intimately with you that we had customers who possibly propose to the girlfriend, but girlfriend think too small. I want a bigger one. Or I actually don't like round. I like oval. Now, so the guy then come back and okay, in those cases, sometimes we exchange for them. But let's say after wearing for some time and they want to change something totally, we actually help them to sell on Carousel because we don't want to sell here because we don't sell resale diamond here, but we help them to sell on Carousel and you'll be surprised. Actually, we are able to sell at quite similar because we are selling at very good price originally. So the price difference is not great, and there is a demand on Carousel or your similar platforms. And yeah, so certification is very important. Laser inscription is very important. Okay, yeah. All right. So beyond the 4 Cs, like we have the 4 Cs that all of you would know, which is the color, clarity, cut, and carat. And beyond that, there are 4 more that I like to just remind you, which is cleanliness, certification, cost, and crafting. So just borrowing the C's, and I think it's important because without cleanliness, you could buy the best diamond that you can find, but it just doesn't look nice. You can buy the best diamond without certification, and that would be confusing, in the future if you just want it to be appraised, or even if you want to just send in for a service, and when you get it back, how do you then verify that the diamond is still the same piece, right? And the third one is cost. You do have to make sure that, like what Matthew has been saying, right? How do we know that we're not overpaying? So that's important to really know how to roughly evaluate the value of the diamond. And lastly, crafting. A beautiful diamond does need to be crafted, mounted on a well-crafted jewelry so that it can be worn very comfortably and it can enhance the look of the diamond as well. Okay, all right. Okay, Brina asked about most popular diamond shape. I think Brina, I answered. Most popular is round, right? Other than round, cushion. Chris, I will just trouble you if you can find cushion. Yeah, so Chris will show you cushion, and there's oval shape. So I would think that beside round, the enquiries that we get would be, the would be oval, cushion, right? Princess less these days, right? Emerald. Emerald is interesting. Step cut. So that belongs to another family. Still diamond. It's just that it's cut in a different ways, right? Uh, uh, Different way and ways because the whole facets are different, right? It's called step cut, whereas brilliant is brilliant cut, which is kite shape. The other one is step shape, right? Can one change a fluorescent diamond back to a normal one? Change? Like change at home? Like, no, you can't. So it's something that is part of the diamond. You can't make changes to it. But if you have a fluorescent diamond from eClarity and you like to come back to have a change, you could come schedule an appointment and talk to us about it. And then too cheap to sell eClarity. Yeah, okay. Yes. And then if you want to buy a resale diamond, who can you approach? Matthew, I think you could talk to us about it. Okay, we can guide you to our Carousel account. All right. Okay, good question. Like, you know how we have been using sanitizer very often, and whether sanitizer, the alcohol in sanitizer, whether it will harm your diamond? No, it does not harm your diamond. In fact, diamonds can be cleaned that way. It's just that if it is not being, because some of the sanitizer has moisturizing content, and the moisturizing content is not good for diamond. It actually make a diamond look more blurry and more oily. So that is probably the part that is not good. So if you have used sanitizer on your diamond before, you could schedule an appointment to come back and we will get it assessed and clean for you. All right, very good questions. Let me just move on from here. Okay, so now look at the diamonds here. We have 6 diamonds on screen. And now that you understand color, carat, clarity, and cut, now these 6 diamonds, are you able to tell what colors are there, Chris?
Okay.
Come, Chris, maybe come over. Come so that they can hear. So there are 6 diamonds. Maybe you could share what kind of carat.
Okay, so I have shortlisted here a 1 carat, 1.2, 1.5, 2, 2.5, and 3 carat. Okay, and then I have also shortlisted D, E, F, G, and J color. And then for the clarity, I have shortlisted VVS, VS, and SI. And then for the cut grade, I've shortlisted triple excellent or triple excellent with those branding like with hearts and arrow and ACA score. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe have fun and try to see if you could tell the
And play the beat.
answers.
Mm.
All right, so this is just to show you with some movement.
Okay.
Okay, welcome, James. We have some new people coming in now. Hi, James. Hi, Joseph. Yeah, so maybe we could try to see if you could tell the difference between the carat weight. What's the smallest and what's the largest
1
again?
carat,
1 carat, and the largest is 3.
3.
And I think we have DEF,
D, F, G.
DFG, and J, right? And then we have VVS, VS, and SI. And we also have the triple excellent versus the one that has the branded card, like Hearts and Arrow, HCA score. Okay, so feel free to type in your answers. Very nice. Okay, so of course, some of you are saying that they all look the same. And besides the size, and I hear you, right? And this exercise really, we have no agenda here. We basically just want you to see if you can tell or if you can't tell. And how do you then make a very wise decision when you're buying diamond? What your focus is. Because there are people who conclude that they can't tell the difference, but they still prefer to get a higher clarity or a higher color, right? So we have to understand that there are different practical choices. And a very interesting story to share. So maybe probably about 6 months ago, there was a lady who sat here and I attended to her a little bit. And we talked about the different clarity and all that. And the conclusion was the SI look exactly the same as the VVS. But she said, if the boyfriend were to buy a SI, that means he doesn't love me. So now when we go down that that mentality, then I think it's very real as well. So it's for the guys to take note of your girlfriend's preferences because or your wife's preferences because I can only tell you the science and practicality, but let me also share with you the psychological mindset of some of our customers, which is very interesting. Okay, all right. So Brina asked, is the 3 carat the one on the very right? Yeah. So maybe not knowing exactly whether 3 carat is the biggest one now, but yes, the rightmost is definitely the biggest diamond. Okay. All right. That's a very good. Do you want to attempt to answer the color difference? Okay, you could try that. Okay, and meanwhile, let me just answer to the different question as you are assessing yourself, whether you can tell the difference here. Are diamonds really forever? Very much, right? Unless you throw it from. Yeah, okay. Please say hi. Okay. Yeah, because I think it's a very interesting question. I think very much is forever because even in the most bizarre scenario that I shared just now, right? If you throw your ring from level 15 to ground floor, you know, at most, from my experience, for 19 years, you could have a chip, which can be repaired, right? So, in that sense, it's forever, right? In that sense, it's forever. Yeah, but of course, it's of course put in a very romantic way, right? How do you know if the certification is genuine? Very good question as well. There is a scan, right? There's a barcode. You can scan it. It should lead you to the website, right? And that's one thing. Second thing, check the laser inscription. You can also verify if the details tally. Yeah, so and of course do a diamond test, right, to make sure that it's diamond positive. So just a few things. Check the laser inscription, but the report itself, it does have a barcode that you can scan. All right, okay. But these are jobs that we have already done for you. We do have a production QC team who is doing that for you. But if you're interested, we can always verify it together when you are here at eClarity. Okay. How often should you clean your diamonds? You should clean your diamonds. Oh, it depends on how you maintain your diamond. I think you should come back to us at least once a year, right? So I recommend to all my clients that, let's say if you buy a diamond during Valentine's Day, then come back every Valentine's Day for the wash so that you won't forget when was the last time you came in, right? And you know, and it's time to buy another diamond, right? And if you have bought it like National Day, then come back every National Day. All right. So that would be a quick way to remember. Mm-hmm. Okay. And yeah, so with regards to diamond simulant and real diamond, how do you differentiate? That one is very easy. Diamond tester, one will be positive, one will be negative. In fact, the diamond reflection looks different. Now, I think this is a crucial question, so I will try my best to show it to you. Can I have a teaser, please? Okay, in this very simple camera, now this is a real diamond. So it can be natural, it can be lab grown, but this is diamond positive. Okay. All right. Let me just very quickly show you a fake crystal. Okay. Yes, thank you. So some of you are telling me, yes, Joseph. So Joseph said that he can tell the difference like that, which is quite amazing because we are just using a laptop camera here. Now, because this question is very interesting. So, for example, Matthew, you could drop by and I could just put two side by side. It's different as in fake diamonds usually has this rainbowish reflection, which natural or lab-grown diamonds do not have. It is a bit more mature in the way it reflects. It's more subtle. It's deeper. It's not a rainbow reflection. So that is a very obvious difference. Okay. Yes. Yeah, like Brina say, fake crystal looks glassy. No, that's a good way to describe it. glassy and rainbowish reflection. So when you check the reflection upside down or table up, you will notice that fake diamonds or crystal, they often look like they have the orange, the blue, the green, the yellow reflection, whereas diamonds only do not have that. Okay, if in my memory, it should be blue and orange. You could double check that, but they only have 2 out of the 7 rainbow color. Okay, and these are the answers. All right, these are the answers. And right, so the 1.2, 1.5, 2 carat, 2.5, and 3 carat. All right, okay, so very good. Brina, you got the right answer. Okay, now these are some settings. And so you could see that there is also a blue diamond there. The blue diamond is a cushion cut, right? Yeah. So yes, yeah, I expect that the question of blue diamonds would then be asked. So blue diamond is caused by presence of boron during formation. Yellow diamond is caused by nitrogen. And pink diamond is when higher than usual pressure is used, is present. So if it's natural, of course, it's just that there was higher pressure and the diamond changed to pink. Or when it's too much, then it changed to brown. Right. So no, this is not fluorescence diamond. This is blue diamond. So this is not fluorescence. This is a real blue diamond. Okay. And blue diamond, for natural diamond, I've sold one piece. It was 0.5 carat. It was 57,000. That was the kind of price range we are talking about. But of course, when we open ourselves to the lab-grown option, the blue diamond and the colorless diamonds are very similar in pricing. So if you like pink diamond, blue diamond, definitely you have more options now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What solution brand? Connoisseur, right? The brand is called Connoisseur, the one that we like to use. Yeah. Maybe you can give me a bottle. I can show it to you. eClarity does sell them. How much is it?
This one is $30.
Yeah. So someone was asking me whether, yeah, is this brand? It's about $30, right? And the good thing is, okay, I probably can't open this because this is new, right? Yes, it's new. So, but it has a brush, it has a net, and it's really quite good. But if I were to share with you before you buy this, and if you want to wash it at home, just use your Mama Lemon. Mama Ling Mong. Yeah, you just like a glass of water, you put 2 or 3 drops of your dishwashing liquid, and then just brush it with the softest toothbrush, dip in another glass of water and rinse it off, and tap dry it, and then use a hair dryer if you are particular about the cloth fiber that would be left on the diamond. Just use a hair dryer. That's the best way to clean diamond. But with that, you have the brush, the net, the proper solution. If you like, could buy from Chris. Okay. Just a reminder, please do not wash the diamond under a running water tap, because I've seen people dropping the diamond into the sink. Also, do not use Colgate and do not boil your diamond. Okay, so YouTube does not have all the right information, so don't do that. Just use the dishwashing liquid. I think that would be most trustworthy. And because the stains are usually created by oil moisturizer, so your dishwashing liquid removes oil really well, and they are gentle enough to even touch your hands. So it is good. So that's good. Okay. All right. Okay, so because the question is so interesting, I can't help but to answer to all the question. Rina asked, what diamonds are more expensive, the blue or the pink diamond? Now the most expensive colored diamonds is red. Red has the is most expensive price. Okay. and pink fetch very high price too. But so in comparison, by my experience, pink is a little bit higher than blue, and then the most expensive ones are red. But with the lab grown option, they seem to be quite equal, maybe just slightly higher than the colorless. Okay. People boil the expensive diamonds. Yes, they do, because I don't know, somewhere on the browser, someone has written some article, I think, to ask people to boil. So please don't boil it at home. Okay. All right. All right, it's 6:59 now. I have like maybe a lot more slides. So price range, which there are many questions that I have skipped about price range. Just very quickly, the 1 carat typically natural diamond is, let's say, about 12,000. Okay, let's say lab grown would then be about 3,000. So just roughly understand this and you can do your conversion yourself. There are some questions about why bracelet is more expensive than necklace. No, unless your bracelet is more diamond is bigger, right? If not, it's actually all calculation is based on the size of the diamond, of course, the quality and all that, the weight, the weight of the metal, and craftsmanship. So apple to apple, let's say you have a bracelet and the same bracelet to make it into necklace, the necklace is surely higher price. Okay. And why is earrings more expensive than pendant? Because pendant there's one piece, earrings there are two pieces. So just multiply by two, right? So it's always just three things. So in Chinese, it's known as 精工钻. Why do I use Chinese? Because the best craftsmen are all the honkies. So we usually use the Cantonese to communicate with them. So it's always 精 means the metal, 工 is the craftsmanship, 钻 is really the gemstone. So all three prices add up would then be the price of your jewelry, right? In a very wholesale way of calculating. Okay. All right. So eClarity has a jewelry rental program for all our existing customers. So for a special occasion, for a wedding, we have jewelry that is up to $1 million, and it's only for our own customers, right? You could come in and take a look at this very precious jewelry. All right. So today is Tuesday. Oh, sorry, Wednesday. Tomorrow is Thursday. So if you like to get your Valentine's Day gifts, please drop by tomorrow. You can send a WhatsApp to Chris. We're still open tomorrow. We will be closed on Friday, is it? Friday, we are taking appointments for a few hours for your last minute purchase. And then after that, we're open again on the 13th of February. 14th.
Valentine's Day.
On the Valentine's Day, just for you.
Yep.
So yeah, so it's either tomorrow or Friday, 12 to 3, and then Valentine's Day for those of you who still need to get Valentine's Day gift. Now, I think this is also a very nice picture. We have a pearl necklace, pearl bracelet. I think they are about $100-ish. And that's a very unique present for your loved ones. Okay, I have a question. What about the guys? We will show you something. We will show you something. Okay, yes, 1 million jewelry rental, yes, but only for our customers, Brina. Brina, are you our customer? Okay, any discount? Matthew asked, yes, surely. As members, I can't tell you now because there are non-members here. But yes, you know how when eClarity started 19 years ago, we actually had no customers, right? 19 years ago. So all our customers come from word of mouth. So we treat our friends and families of our customers really well. So we give you the huge discount that we can ever afford, just so that you will continuously come back to us. Okay, phone numbers are here, emails are here. I can't decide between Brina and Matthew. It's impossible because both of them were asking questions so well, and actually you tweak my entire presentation today to a new level. Like I have never said something so in-depth before. So I really love your participation. Can I please give them one each? So one gemstone for Matthew and one gemstone for Brina. 1 carat, right? 1 carat gemstone just for the two of you. Chris, please. Yeah, I like that. Yay. Okay. Please, can you contact them after that? Brina, do we have your contact? I think we have. Matthew, we have your contact too. So give them some time because they will be so busy after this to answer to all the different questions that would come in. But Brina is for you and Matthew is for you. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. So have a very, very nice evening and please enjoy your Lunar New Year. And I will see you today, tomorrow. If not, I'll see you from 14th of February onwards. I actually want to run this once a month so that I can be in touch with some of my good old customers and I can be sharing with you any new development that I notice. Because I know as age catch up, I am not seeing every one of you one-on-one all the time. But if any of your friends and family who wants to just ask me some questions like how you did today, just join the next webinar. In March, we will have one as well. Okay, everyone, 恭喜发财, and I see you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.